you said there were two things that your community cared about: strengthening each other, supporting
Right.
each other, peer advocates, and reputation within the larger community.
Right.
Did that motivation for action grow out of this constantly being, no, not here, no, not here, no, you can't be here? Where did that desire to change the reputation come from?
So certainly it was rooted in being negatively perceived and negatively treated, adversarially treated by the larger community, which, like most communities, do not know people experiencing homelessness in a personal way. They just see this expanding population of those people, right? It's like people we don't know, and we don't like them very much. They're not behaving very well, right? We ended up being forced out of the area where they were living at Mother Teresa's, but they were forced to leave Mother Teresa's. There were a lot of sweeps, a lot of uh, a lot of antagonism from the police because the citizens were complaining because they wanted to walk to the city hall, which is right across the street. And so eventually, so the next step was getting into a park, and the cops said, go to Cabre Park, which is it's a dead park in Hillcrest, which is north of town, but the city kept maintained it still, and it had this nice little hill and a playground at the bottom, and it was really kind of idyllic because instead of being in a straight line on a sidewalk, they circled up on a grassy hill with a playground in the middle. So that was their experience. Like in most communities, there's a negative experience, but even when they were in the park, they were talking about how can we have a better relationship with the city. And so interestingly, one of their first action teams was it was really a trash pickup team, but they called it the beautification team. And that team wanted to keep the park looking nice. They knew that mattered to the city. They knew that they could lose the park if they didn't keep it looking nice, and they knew that they could have a better reputation with the city if they did keep it nice. After they left the park, they were hanging out different places, but they would come together for our common meetings, and they continued to talk about for building their reputation. They really liked the beautification action team, and they would go out and talk to the Stripes or the other stores or places where people who were experiencing homelessness would hang out, and they would throw a lot of trash around, and they would say, can we come clean your parking lot? Can we come clean your yard? Can we come? Well, why? Well, because we would just like to represent homelessness differently from the people who messed it up. Because we care about Corpus Christie. Well, okay, sure. One time they got told, no, there's too much liability. We don't want you to do anything in our parking lot, right? But usually people were very receptive. And so the beautification action teams that was continued to be their way to make a better impression in the community. And they never have done it yet, but they wanted to get T-shirts and to advertise themselves as people who were homeless but cared about Corpus Christie.